All right, so to start Q&A number 2 here, I want you guys to go ahead and follow me on Twitter right now at Real Thomas Mott, because I will give you a shout out at the end of the show. So we got about 10 minutes left on the show. And if you follow me on Twitter right now at Real Thomas Mott, my phone will tell me, and I'll be able to give you guys a shout out. So I'm going to see how long it takes for someone to actually follow me on Twitter. I will give shout outs at the end of this show. I want at least 20 followers on Twitter right now. At least 20 of you. You will get a shout out if you do at Real Thomas Mott. I'm the Real Thomas Mott on Twitter. Okay, don't let my Twitter handle fool you. I'm the only real one. So go ahead and follow me right now. All right, more live Q&A stuff. Evan Smith asks, "What will our record be?" I've said 11-5. I've said 11-5 during my record prediction, during my schedule breakdown, last show, this show. 11-5. It's a tough schedule, tough division, tough conference. Right? You got to play Philadelphia. You got to play the Saints. You got to play the Cardinals twice and the Rams twice and the Seattle twice. You got to play the Packers again. There are a lot of good teams on the schedule. Dallas later on. The new look Redskins. I mean, it's not going to be a 13-win season. And if you think it's going to be a 13-win season, then you got to recheck the actual schedule, look at it again, and be honest with yourself. The Niners are going to win the NFC West, but 11 wins will do it, and that is where San Francisco will be. That will put them at most likely the 2 or 3 seed overall. I think there will probably be a team that will win 12 or 13 games. The NFC East is very, very weak. You can make the argument the South is going to be a little bit weak in terms of the Falcons and the the Saints. If Drew Brees has a little off an off season or gets a little bit old overall, I think 11 wins is a very good record prediction, a playoff record prediction, and a solid record prediction. That's where I'm going, 11-5 for the 49ers. More questions coming up here in just a second. Hashtag 49ers is the place to get and do it. So if you go ahead and do that, then you can get your name and your questions on this show overall. Let's see. Our next question is coming in. Dylan is perusing through the questions right now. We have so many that Dylan's got to kind of find the ones that is best. Orlando, welcome, a friend of the show. He almost gets a question on every single time. One of the big number one fans of the Food National Report. Orlando has one, buddy. Would Kinlaw be a caliber D end and be a rookie of the year like Bosa? No. So he's too big to play defensive end. He's too short to play defensive end as well. So no, he would not be a good defensive end. He's a D tackle for a reason. He's not going to win Defensive Player of the Year. There are way too many other good players. He was like the 5th most odds according to Vegas. But you obviously have guys like Isaiah Simmons in Arizona, who's going to be the starting middle linebacker for the Cardinals. You have Chase Young, who's the best pass rusher by far, alongside Ryan Kerrigan in Washington. There are too many better defensive prospects to get more stats than Javon Kinlaw, despite Kinlaw obviously going to be one of the better rookies in the National Football League. I don't think he wins Rookie of the Year, but he still plays well enough to warrant the number 14 overall pick. Would Niners have the number 1 defense this year? It's possible. On paper, I would put them as the number 1 defense this year, but it just doesn't normally work out that way. Listen, there are going to be some good defenses this year. The Ravens are going to be good. Philadelphia is going to be good. The Bucs are going to be good. The Steelers are going to have a very good defense. I think the Cardinals defense is going to be pretty good overall. I don't think I'm like some sort of Cardinals homer. I think the Cardinals did this offseason. So it'll be top 5, and that's all you basically can hope for. Do they have the most talent? Absolutely. They are the most talented defense in the National Football League. It just doesn't normally work out that way. So I'd go ahead and put them in the top 5. I don't know about number 1. Noah asks, who will be the best who will be the best linebacker? The best linebacker is Fred Warner, but don't count out Dre Greenlaw. I talked about this yesterday in my breakout player video. Here's your current depth chart. Greenlaw is projected to be the Sam linebacker. They're the SLB. And Alexander is going to be the weak inside linebacker. But that, to me, is going to change. I think Warner starts at middle linebacker. Dre Greenlaw flips over to the weak inside linebacker because the weak inside linebacker plays more than the Sam linebacker, because the Sam linebacker comes out when the nickel cornerback comes in. A lot of, a little defensive lesson here for all you defensive fans out there. I think that Warner remains the best linebacker, but do not count out Dre Greenlaw for having a big baller year, because he was very good his rookie year last season. And I don't want to hate on Quan Alexander, because Quan's great as long as he can stay healthy overall. Been a problem in his career. This is the most talented linebacker depth chart in the entire National Football League. I would put my entire reputation on that. There's no linebacker core better right now than San Francisco. All right, a few more here. Julius Mercer asks, what nickname do you think Greenlaw and Kinlaw will have? I never thought about it. The Law Brothers. I don't know. Greenlaw and Kinlaw. It's hard to say. I don't know. I have no idea. Producer Dylan just gave me the little I don't know either. What do you guys think? Give me a nickname right now down below for Kinlaw and Greenlaw, two young players of the 49ers defense who are going to be a great 49ers for a long, long time. Sub count has gone up, but it's not a 25K yet. So go ahead and click the red subscribe button if you're watching this video a little bit later on. We're trying to get to 25,000 subscribers here on the 49ers Report. So click the red subscribe button. It's red like the 49ers. It's like YouTube knew this is a 49ers channel. They made the sub button red. Pretty cool overall. Click that. Help me out. It would be great. I'm getting a lot of followers on Twitter. Remember, if you follow me on Twitter right now, stay tuned, and you will get a shout-out at the end of the video. Wow, we're getting a lot of videos overall. Shout out to Coach Double A, who says, I love the show. So I appreciate you, Coach Double A. Follow me on Twitter. You're going to get a shout-out at the end of the show. You see it right below me, at Real Thomas Mott, right there. Taiwan Ramsey. This is Jalen Ramsey's brother. It might be. Look at this. Do you think the 49ers should or will go after Jay Ramsey? No, they can't afford him. Unless he becomes a free agent and does not re-sign his contract. Remember, we talked about this earlier on in the show. The Rams can't afford him. I mean, they got to really work some stuff out to be able to afford Jalen Ramsey because he wants a new contract right now. He's in the final year of his deal. He's worth a new contract. It's just going to cost him a ton of money, so he might leave the LA Rams this year and go somewhere else. Not this year, sorry, after this year, and go in the 2021 free agency class. So I like him, and there were reports that they made an offer to him. I reported that, and people on Twitter ripped me for it, but I have sources telling me that Jalen Ramsey, or the 49ers made an offer for Jalen Ramsey. They offered a first-round draft pick. It just was not enough. So maybe they do go after him in the offseason. I just don't see how you're going to have enough money to go ahead and do so because you got a lot of contracts coming up. Obviously, Kittle, Bosa, Samuel, Greenlaw, Mosley will want a new contract. A lot of young 49er players are going to want new contracts, so I don't know if Ramsey's going to be able to be in the price range. All right, 5 minutes here. Roddy Cow, do you think Saleh will be coaching next? Who do you think Saleh will be coaching next year? Okay, this question is either, do you think Saleh will be coaching in San Francisco? I think Saleh will be a head coach somewhere. He's going to be a head coach. He's going to be 100% a head coach next year. I think that's Saleh. Oh, here you go. How about this one? Tim Griffin. If Saleh leaves next season, would the 49ers hire a new DC from outside or they promote from within? That's tough. I think he will leave. Let's be honest here. If the Niners have another top 5 defense, someone will hire him as their head coach. And guess what? You get a head coach offer. There are only 32 head coaching jobs in the NFL, so you'd have to take it. I don't know what the pipeline looks like for 49er coaches. Maybe there's a coordinator, like a secondary coach or a linebacker coach who would want to go ahead and take over the position. We'll just have to wait and see. I honestly have no idea what the pipeline looks like. But I would expect, again, top 10, top 5 defense. I think Saleh probably will leave. And honestly, it's his right to do so because if I was offered the head coaching job of a football team, I would leave Chat Sports right now to be the head coach of insert your NFL team. Everybody would. It's just what happens. There are only 32 spots. Tim asks, oh, no, no new ones here. YPK_Leap asks, who will be Garoppolo's #1 wide receiver in 2020? Safe bet is Debo. Yeah, it probably will be Debo. Listen, I've heard rumors that Trent Taylor's going to ball out. I've heard rumors that Jalen Hurd's going to ball out. I've heard rumors that Brandon Ayuk's going to ball out. Hopefully they all ball out and they're all the #1 wide receiver. But there's no reason why you would not pick Deebo Samuel here because he was the #1 wide receiver behind Emmanuel Sanders last year. And so I expect with Sanders gone down to the New Orleans Saints that he will be the #1 wide receiver. Now, Deebo Samuel is quickly becoming one of my favorite 49ers. So shout out your favorite 49ers player right now. Active. I don't want to see young Montana, Rice, and we know how great they are. Active 49er players. Who are your favorite players right now? And as you're shouting them out, why not go ahead and pick up their jersey? So if you shout out, it's Jimmy Garoppolo, bang, there's a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey you can buy right now at chatsports.com/49ers1. It's 25% off. Maybe George Kittle. Well, look at this. Bang, George Kittle, jersey right there, 25% off. Maybe you're saying, Thomas, no, it is Deebo Samuel. Guess what? Bang, right there, a all black, fresh Deebo Samuel jersey. And maybe you're just a big fan of Brandon Ayuk, like you went to Arizona State. Boom, right there, Brandon Ayuk jersey, home red. They're all 25% off. Pick one up right now, chatsports.com/49ers1. If you don't have a new jersey for the season, are you really ready for the season? I almost want to get a new jersey every single season. I have a lot of jerseys in my closet, but maybe I need to pick up a brand new Brandon Ayuk one. Stay tuned. Maybe we will. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Time for just a couple more. Who do you think any of the undrafted free agent class will be a hidden gem? It's just so early to say. I don't know. I like the running back, Michael Hasty. Geez, I'm blanking on the rest of the free agent class. There wasn't anyone that jumped out to where I was like, oh my gosh, we got this one. We'll see. I mean, hopefully, and every single team, it feels like every single year has one or two guys that plays very, very well. But I just don't know. This next one's interesting. Think the under to free agent running back from Baylor, JaMychal Hasty, will make the roster. Many of you know I went to Baylor. I called Baylor football games. I interviewed JaMychal Hasty. Great guy. A lot bigger than he looks in person. He's thick. He's a thick guy. A lot of muscle on him. He could be a short yardage back for the 49ers. Technically, really don't have at the moment. Like, they have a lot of good running backs. Short yardage guy, unless you make Kyle Juszczyk be the short yardage guy. I think he is gonna make the roster. Now, will he be a practice squad guy? Possibly, potentially. But if someone gets injured, and a lot of running backs got injured last year, then yeah, maybe you go ahead and promote him to the active roster. There's a very real possibility that could happen. All right, end of the show, which means I must now give shout-outs to all the new people who followed me. So here we go. Shout-out to, oh geez, I don't know if I can say this. Haseb Alokozia, who followed me on Twitter. He said, repping East Bay since 03, hashtag 999er faithful. J Football 101 followed me. Shout out to him. Coach AA, Director of Football Operations at Compton High School. Shout out to Compton High School. Shout out to Coach AA for giving me a follow there. He said, sup, Mott, love the show. I appreciate that. Then we have Michael Ray Thomas, who has a great last name. Tim Zamaripa. Oh, man, sorry, Tim. Tim Zamaripa. Hard one to say. Julio Morales and William Kersey, who all gave me follows. I appreciate each and every one of you. And Dak Shire followed me as well. There we go. Appreciate each and every one of you. Follow me, guys, on Twitter. Not follow me yet, give me a follow down below.